and this is really, really sensitive. Well, it is the most important video I will ever do.
Is I mask it with humour.
Steve doesn't approve with what I've got.
Cheers, mate.
Hold on, mate.
That's good.
So finally, I'm bringing you an update to the white T5, the project van. But there's a whole story behind it, and an apology, which I must say, because this has taken a long time to bring to you. But by the end of the video, you are going to realise and understand exactly why it has taken so long. So I'm back here with Steve from Cooler Commercial.
Hello, slightly different venue now, my new office in sunny Honiton.
Yes.
Yeah, good. Yeah, so back. And in a much better place than I have been, that's for sure.
Looking better than ever.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah. So don't kiss on the first date, you know that, right?
So first of all, let's just give a brief update as to where we are in the van. I've just been to see the van. It's still growing away and nothing has actually happened to it
yet. No, not a lot, to be honest. I mean, it has moved positions, but that's been about it. And that's down to me, which we'll cover. So situation is we have done thorough investigation now with the gearbox. We have a chap who might be able to repair it, but a little flaky. It does seem that it's going to need a new gearbox, and we're talking $2,000. So I think we've kind of had that conversation now, haven't we? We're going to have to bite the bullet and do that and get it working and get it moving again, because we've wasted, or I have wasted way too much time. So time to get on.
So so we're going to get the van moving, we're going to get the gearbox done. So then by the time we've done that, the £1,000 van will have been a £3,000 van. We've got a seat for it, so we have moved in buying some things.
Yep.
So we've got a rear seat because we wanted to take advantage of the combi aspect of it.
Got
so
some alloys.
We've got some alloys.
Yeah.
So we spent some money on some alloys.
Yep.
We've also got a bed system for the back, which we've sourced from a Facebook Marketplace. We've also...
Same as the wheels, to be fair. So, yeah, good. Good old Marketplace.
Electrical system, we started doing that. And again, we're doing it cheap. So we'll show you all these bits and pieces where we've seen them advertised so you can actually see the prices of them, which we paid for them. So things have been moving. We've decided what we're going to be doing with the front bumper, and that's you're going to give it the heat treatment.
We are.
Give it a bit of work.
Yeah, we're going to do a bit of heat treatment. I mean, obviously, I'm going to crack open my hairdryer. It's not seen the light of day in years. And
you can borrow mine.
Well, how resplendent and luxuriant, I think is the word. A lovely sheen to you today. And also, I'm going to use some boiled linseed oil, because apparently that is the key ingredient to get that extra sheen. Not in your head, or on your hair rather, but on a bumper.
Absolutely.
And I speak from experience. I have a linseed oiled a bumper in the past and it looked great.
And we've currently got the van drying in 30 odd degrees, getting rid of that.
Yeah.
The rear, which has grown a little bit more.
Yeah. I mean, if anyone is in need of any penicillin or wants to start a penicillin factory, great place to start is the back of that T5, as you'll see in the pictures.
But interestingly, there's actually somebody who's reached out who actually wants to buy it. So we need to complete the project.
Yeah, absolutely.
We do need to complete it, because the fact of the matter is that how cheap have we bought this van? Yes, it's had problems, but hence that's why we paid the price.
So yeah.
So let's get on to
where
that.
We're at.
So that's where we're up to with the van, which is not a whole lot further forward visually, but components have been bought, things have been bought, and things are happening in the background. But the reason we're at the point so far down the line now is more of a serious matter, isn't it? So
it's not been great, mate. It's something that a lot of blokes, certainly my age and around my age, obviously early 30s, deluded. I'm 58 this year. Oh, well, I have been 50. I've become 58 this year. And I've been in a bit of a state, really. I've been brought up to just get on with it. Blokes our age do that. And things have just eaten away. I do suffer with anxiety. I mean, this will come as a complete surprise. I mean, to absolutely everyone who knows me, is you won't believe this, but apparently I've caught ADHD and I might have caught a little bit of autism. So I'm apparently neurodivergent. Who'd have thought?
That is a surprise.
There's absolutely no signs at all, is there? I mean, I don't know how, but I think it's fairly obvious. And yeah, I've had some wild times mentally. It's not been great. And I know it's not something most people speak of, but I've been to a dark place, you know, lost my mum, not like in a shop, she's actually died. And then I've taken responsibility for my dad, who is incredible. He is 85, absolute hero, completely independent. And now I worry about him because he does so much, which is crazy, isn't it? So he's amazing. But I take that responsibility. Everything else, I was in I would say, a toxic situation with the business, which we've rectified, and hence the move. And things just got on top, and it's affected everything. I locked down. I wasn't talking. I wasn't returning your calls or anyone else's.
No, so there was a lot of messages obviously coming in.
It was awful.
On YouTube saying what's happening with the project. And there was nothing going on. The communication, there was not much communication. I knew something was going on, but because you wouldn't talk at first.
Wouldn't talk at all.
You know, it's kind of difficult to really know. But there was a lot of people concerned.
Bless you. Thank you.
And, you know, it did take a while for you to actually open out and explain what was going on. It's not easy, is it?
No, the way it works for me is I get in a situation, and me being me, I'm masterful, I can control this. And if I deal with it in my head, then I'm once that's done, I can then talk to people about it, which is completely wrong. What I should be doing is talking to people right at the start. It's going, hey, I don't feel right. Yeah. And throughout this journey, it's happened before, but this is probably the worst episode. It's only ever happened once before, that I finally realised I come out the other side of it massively now by admitting that you can tell people it's okay to not be okay. Yeah. And that's been the big message for me, is that actually to say, Steve, actually, I'm in a mess. And we had that conversation. I actually opened up to you via text. You were the first person to know the real deal of why I'd completely shut down. And it was horrible because I wanted to talk. I needed to talk. Yeah. And I just couldn't. I would pick the bare essentials. I mean, God bless Lewis at Temple Away. He knew, without a shadow, we've never spoken of it, but he knows. And he was amazing, just drip feeding me little bits of work. And I coped with it and I dealt with it. And we had some interaction. Some days I'd talk, some days I'd text. He just knew. And he's been amazing. And a couple of other people in my life have been awesome because they just know. And from the point that we spoke, and I'm not saying you're like Jesus or anything here, but from when we spoke,
I don't know,
the hair.
My hair's getting
very similar. But from our conversation, it was a real landmark, and I don't think you appreciate actually how much better I felt after our conversation. I was in Lanzarote, you were here, I was texting, I was running away because I went on so many holidays to escape my own mind. It was fantastic. Oh, lovely tan. Possible skin cancer. But I think that conversation was a real leveler because it was like, wow, it's out of my head. Well, that's good. That's a good sign. And then we spoke at length, and then gradually it's kind of unfolded there. Got a little bit of help, and amazing.
But
so much better.
When you'd opened up, obviously that was a big thing in itself. But then when I responded with, things, I mean, I kept things quiet, and that was like me saying, actually, there's a lot going with me, and I hadn't kind of opened up. And
why was that? Because we're of an age, I presume, and we don't discuss.
We're men, and it's a mix of things, isn't it? Because we kind of want to have this kind of like macho attitude, like we can't, we're meant to be the ones who are
breadwinners.
We're the breadwinners. We're the security. We're the.
We're a rock.
That's it. We want to be giving that positivity. We don't want to be deemed as being weak or anything like that. But there are certain things which, can get to you, which you do need to speak about them.
And it escalates. You do need
to open up, really.
And it's those little nuggets that suddenly build, and there's another one, then another, and now it's massive, and you've got loads of different issues, which actually on their own you can deal with. But they become overwhelming. And then in my case, I just locked down. Yeah. And it was horrible. It was like being in a prison of your own mind. And I should have reached out, but that's the last thing I can do because I'm kind of admitting defeat, and I'm sure there's loads of people out there who are in exactly the same position. And little things that I do, and I've done them for years, but now I realise they're a shield, is, for instance, if I'm in an awkward situation, when I first started doing this and I started going to auctions, I was at my depth. I was a little salesman from Exeter, and now I'm in the arena of the motor trade, which is a scary place at the best of times. I'm cool with it now, obviously. But my phone was my shield because I will admit it, I faked phone calls to just get out of a situation, to avoid eye contact, etc. Now, I was relating this story to a lovely guy, and I know he'll be watching this, called Graham, who is an absolute gentleman, and it's been a pleasure sourcing his van. Absolute lovely guy. And I mentioned this to him only an hour or so ago, and he said, oh my God, I do the same with my Kindle if I feel awkward. And I would never have known that about him, and he wouldn't me if we hadn't have had this conversation. And likewise, that's the whole purpose of getting together and us talking this through. because actually it's really good to talk to someone, because you never know, they're probably thinking similar to you, and it's really relatable, and suddenly that problem, it sounds so cliche, is a problem shared.
Yeah.
And
You
suddenly
just
it's
feel so
halved.
relieved, don't you?
Yeah, and when we spoke and you said what you said, I'm like, oh, it's not just me then.
Yeah.
Wow. And then it diluted it. If I'd have done that at the start, I would never have locked down.
But what that also means is next time you're feeling that you're wavering a little bit or there's something which you're not quite sure of, you know that you can speak to all these people you've spoken to before. And now
safe.
we've done this, I mean, you can speak to pretty much anybody because it's out in the open now.
Yeah,
you know,
it's
you
safe.
can feel a lot safer about things. And
And this feels good because not only have I told you, but I'm telling everyone on the interwebs.
Yeah.
And I'm proud of that, because actually, as I said, to not be okay is okay. And people my age particularly need to admit it, at all ages. But once you can just speak to someone, it's relatable. They're going through the same thing. They've done the same thing or are doing the same thing. You can get through it together, and it just makes a big difference. So I'm a bit dull at the minute. I'm getting better. My videos are still rubbish, but life's getting good again. You know, it's affected my home life. Home life's improving massively now because we're identifying it, working towards it. Business is now back on track. I'm back. Yeah. I'm back, but I'm more aware. And my rug is now touching the ground.
Yeah.
I haven't swept so much underneath it that I can't walk over it anymore. So,
and this is really, really sensitive. But you're here.
Yeah.
You know, and I've had friends over the last few years who've been in a similar situation to you, and they're not here anymore.
100%.
You know, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
Those people couldn't, and to be honest, bringing it back to me now, like, there's those people, they didn't think that there was an outlet. They didn't think that they could actually talk to anybody.
That's why we're doing this.
They wanted to keep themselves.
Yeah.
You know, and I hope this video gets lots of views purely because it's one of the most important, well, it is the most important video I will ever do.
Me too. And it's from the heart.
People need to talk.
But it's from the heart, because by talking, I realised to you, and then Lewis and other people as well, that actually this is great. This is just, I could literally feel, I know it sounds crazy, but I could feel the weight going off my shoulders. And it's like, oh, suddenly this is okay. I've got a really brilliant best mate. Well, two really brilliant best mates, actually, and they've helped me through. And I don't know what I've done without them.
Yeah.
I didn't ever come to that final point, but I could really see it where people would have taken the next step. If I hadn't have had those guys, then, and I'd have been on my own, maybe I'd start to look around that corner. So, yeah, if anyone could watch this and go, bloody hell, that's me, I need to speak to someone, you know, Samaritans or a mate. If you haven't got anyone, Samaritans or whatever, just speak to someone, because you don't get judged. Actually, it really, really helps. Really helps.
And people will probably be surprised by opening up to somebody that person might be suffering or have experienced something or had something in the past, because I think there's a lot more people than would care to admit.
Oh, yeah.
You know, it's like physical problems. I mean, I've obviously had some really bad physical health problems, but those physical health problems lead to mental health problems. And the amount of people who I've spoken to about my physical problems, and they've known such a body who else has had the physical problems, and but what they really suffered was the mental side of things. It's like, I know, that's it.
That's it.
It is the mental side of things. And bizarrely, you can have the physical, which can lead to the mental, and then the mental can lead to more physical I'm not a doctor,
it exacerbates
it can make things even worse.
Yeah, absolutely.
It just snowballs.
It really is a nightmare. You know, I mean, years ago, I had rice at the wrong temperature, ended up with a colostomy bag with absolutely no support whatsoever for 6 months. And then it got removed with no support whatsoever, apart from my wife and my mates. Yeah. And if I'd have had someone to talk to then, it wasn't the operation, it wasn't the physicality of having the bag, it wasn't then the reversal, which was glorious but terrible. It was the fact that I had no one to talk to. It wasn't relatable to anyone, and I was trapped in my head with all those thoughts. Yeah. And I think some of this has come out now, and I mean, it's just a matter of getting out there. And what I'm really good at, that's one thing I'm really good at, is I mask it with humour. And the first thing, and regularly I get told by the counsellor is, Steve, stop, because I'll take the mickey out myself because it makes it go away. Yeah. But actually what I should be doing is talking about what's going on. But I was going, oh yeah, well, I'm old or whatever. Actually, that's really an issue to me. So I kind of need to talk that through. But that masking with humour is something, it's my go-to. Yeah. So people see on the outside, oh, that guy's really funny, he's outgoing, etc. Inside, I'm dying, man. I'm dying because it's all a sham. It's all a front. It's all a charade. Whereas now, actually, I'm getting it back. This is me. This is what you see. So this is why, bless you, you've given us an outlet to tell people that the guy you see who's messing around and whatever else, there's other stuff going on. And I know there is with a lot of other people. And that's why,
the point.
That's why
that is the point,
I wanted to say this. Yeah, that's
you've spoken,
exactly it.
You've talked about it.
Yeah.
Other people need to do as well.
Yeah, because a lot of people won't, and I'm blessed with having you as a friend and this as an outlet to be able to do that. And I really, really hope that someone will watch this and go, do you know what, that's me right now. Have a cry and then talk to someone and nip it in the bud and help themselves, really.
You've mentioned Samaritans.
Samaritans would be your first port of call. They're the easiest ones for our generation. I'm sure there's millions of other organisations out there, local community groups, whatever. There's these bloke chat places. So I sold a van to a lovely guy called Ray, and I'm pretty sure he'll be watching this as well. And he set up community groups where you meet up on a Thursday night or whatever, and you just chat and have a coffee and just talk about stuff.
Yeah.
And do you know what? This week I'm feeling crap. And Ray was a massive influence to me. Ray's off travelling now, but had Ray been here, I think I'd have been, Ray, I feel terrible. Can I come to one of your meetings? Yeah. And that would have made all the difference. And it's a cup of coffee and you're nervous to start with. Every one of those guys in the room feel the same. Yeah. No one's judging.
Yeah, I know there's lots of local ones. Maybe I'll overlay something if I can find anything which would be suitable.
Yeah.
Just to kind of show them. There won't be any referral links. It's not that kind of video. It is to get the message across. Yeah. Because like I said, I think this is probably the most important video I'm ever going to do.
So I'm like
really important.
I agree, and big apologies for all the delay and all the hassle it's caused, and me just going non-comms, radio silent. But this is why, and everyone needs to know, because the worst thing is that you're fending off, well, I don't know, we can't get hold of Steve, he's gone mad.
Yeah, I
did go kind of mad, but
I knew there was something. That's why I didn't know what to say to anybody, because I knew I knew there was something, but I didn't know what, and obviously I was speaking to others who didn't know what either. The project's still here, the project's still going, the project will happen in its own time. Social media being the way the social media is, people watch one video and then they'll want that
what's next
gratification. Yeah. You know, that's the way the world is, and that's absolutely fine. There will be updates coming. You know, that van is going to be finished. It's going to go off and, do what it needs to be done to it.
And we're going to have some fun doing it.
We're going to have some great fun
doing it. Now I'm back, we're going to have some fun doing it. Definitely.
And I can also introduce you to my new van, which I'm not sure. I've just told Steve what my new van is. I'm not sure when this video is going to go out, whether it's going to go before the reveal or not. But
just before it gets crushed.
Steve doesn't approve with what I've got.
God.
So
we'll have some fun with that. Jeez.
I shouldn't have actually told you what I'd got.
No,
so I could just
you should have recorded my reaction. Yeah. Although when I see it in the flesh, it's another level. I'm not going to hold back.
That van, though, to be honest with you, that van is going to be something special. And I know you still might not approve, but it genuinely is.
Right.
It is.
No.
It is.
I'm sure.
It is going to be a really good van.
Who were you justifying this to? No, it's going to be special, I'm telling you.
You're the only person who's reacted negatively so far.
Because I'm the only person you told.
I told a couple of people. In fact, a few people. Actually, honestly, I've had a conversation with a few people. A lot of people want to be involved in it.
Yeah, absolutely.
For various different parts, because the layout at the minute is going to completely change. It's going to have lots of components in it and things, and it's going to be good fun.
Yeah, of course.
It's going to be good fun, and yeah, it'll be good. As will our T5. Yeah. Although our T5, like you say, you might already have a buyer, so that might not be hanging around too long.
Exactly that.
But the whole point of that was to show how you could start again a cheap van. You can turn it into a camper van.
Have a small breakdown in the middle of it.
Yeah.
That's not mechanical, and then finish it off.
But then you kind of move on, and we move on to the, what's this van going to be worth at the end of, I don't know, 5, 6, 7, 8 grand.
5, 6, definitely.
And then move on to something else and just show people actually for a little bit more money you could get one that works.
Absolutely, yeah. And I might see the whole project through in a designated time without going off the rails. But there you go. But there's lots of other stuff that we can do along the way as well, which I'm looking forward to doing. I think we've got a lot of fun ahead of us. And
We do.
yeah, I really got to thank you, mate, for that conversation that dragged me out of my pit. It was a lovely pit to be in the middle of Lanzarote, plane spotting, because I'm a bit sad. But thank you so much, and thank you for this, because I just hope it works and people.
Yeah,
talk.
I do hope people see it. If they don't, they don't. I mean, it's the nature.
Absolutely, yeah.
I'm probably going to clickbait the heck out of this video, and I won't apologize. Well, I will apologise for it in the sense of, no, I won't apologise, because everybody needs to see it. Everybody needs to know that you need to talk to people. You really do need to talk to people. Like I said, I've lost friends in recent times, and it's really sad that they couldn't speak to people. So just speak to anybody. If you're feeling down, any problems, just talk things through, even if they're very, very minor. If people just opened up and said, like if I said to you now, like, I'm really, really struggling with my tiredness and my heart and things aren't going fine, then I know that actually the next time I'm thinking something serious is going on, I know I can speak to you. And
absolutely.
Opening out, you're just helping people.
Yeah.
So I really do appreciate everybody watching this if you've managed to get this far. It's a very, very important message. It's great that we're here and we're talking about it, and I hope you can find somebody to talk to as well. If you've not got any friends or anything like that, send messages, chuck messages in the comments and stuff like that. There's lots of people around to speak to. Samaritans, just open up and just talk to people. And I'd normally push people through to other videos now, but I can't bother doing that. Just go on the internet and find some help.
Yeah.
Don't bother watching any more videos. Just
talk to your mate. Just talk to your mate. Be honest with your mate, because your mate cares about you. If you're too worried about talking to your wife, partner, whatever, talk to your mate. Because your mate will get it. Because your mate's probably doing exactly the same thing, but hasn't admitted it. It's too manly, as we all are. Thanks, mate. Thank you.
So thanks for watching, and I hope to see you for a happy video very soon.
Yay!
That's it.
Come here. Thank you
Done.
for that. That was brilliant. Cheers, mate.
Well done, mate.
That was good.